Yo, yo, yo. It's always really hard to set up lighting on this porch, or the exposure settings or whatever. Because, like, depending on what angle the sun is coming in, sometimes the porch doesn't get a lot of light, but everything in the background does. So, like, yesterday you barely can see me at all because I was trying to avoid the background being overexposed. So it's always all over the place. Slowly, I'm fixing my sleep schedule. There's a multi-stage process to getting out of this burnout rut because kind of when one thing falls, everything falls, and then you have to get back into a routine of all of it. I kind of like before this little burnout the past couple weeks, I was doing pretty good about not being on my phone a lot, not watching a lot of YouTube, that kind of stuff. But now those habits kind of slipped, just because everything kind of slipped. So getting back on all those routines, but I'm pretty close to being back to normal now. I've attempted fried eggs again, and I also have some sausages. I think my conclusion with the fried egg cooking strategy is that it's not really possible to correctly fry 3 eggs at one time in a 6-inch pan, which is what I usually cook it, because it's nice, it's easier to clean when I'm doing scrambled eggs, but with fried eggs there's just not enough room. I need to get a bigger pan. Chase turned me on to the benefits of cast iron pans, and I bought like a cheap set, and I was finishing them all, just like sanding them down so they're less rough. I guess with the old cast iron pans, he was telling me they used to cast them and then there's a bit of texture, and so they would mill the surface, so the surface that you're actually cooking on was really smooth. But they don't really do that with modern pans, and so either you cook in them a lot and it slowly wears down, or you can sand them down yourself. And so that's what I was doing, but I never fully finished that process on the big pan, so I'll have to do that at some point. Today I'm filming on an 18-55 EFS mount lens. It's like just a kit lens from some of the older Canon DSLRs, because yesterday I broke the kit lens that I like, that I always film with. I use it for everything. That one was like 15-45, I think, on the EFM mount. That one's EFS, so I have to use an adapter to get it to work on my camera. So I'm a little bummed about that, because it fell down right on the front, and so it snapped something inside. So now when you try to zoom it, instead of just going up and down, it like rattles. So it's kind of screwed up now. The image that comes out of it is fine. I'm sure it's a little wonky because it's not exactly straight now. But the problem is the zoom mechanism doesn't work anymore, so it's basically a fixed lens now, and it's like stuck all the way zoomed in, which sucks. Painting the Tucson is going decently well. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be at the dunes today, but that ended up falling through. So I didn't end up having to rush through finishing the paint job yesterday and everything, which is kind of nice. So I just didn't have to rush everything. So everything is sanded down. Oh, there's a dog in the road. What the heck? There he goes. But I sanded down the surface everywhere that it needs to be, and started to paint. Like the trunk is pretty much painted, but I haven't done any of the masking yet, so all the side is not done yet. But I'll probably tackle the hood today and mask stuff off. But I need to go grocery shopping today, and stores are gonna close soon because I'm doing this late, so I might just put the mirror back on and drive it sanded. Just half of the car is painted and half the car is sanded. These were my last 3 eggs, so I have to go grocery shopping. I suppose I could walk to Kroger, but I want to go to Aldi. The Aldi peanut butter just hits so much harder than the Kroger peanut butter is not it. Gotta go to Aldi and get the real peanut butter. There's only like 10 days left Breakfast with Bev. There's going to be some weird ones coming up because I'm going to be in Cleveland for like, I guess 2 mornings we'll be in Cleveland, so don't know exactly what I'm going to do for those mornings. And I'll be in Warsaw for some of the time. And then Halloween, we'll be out and about, different cities. So it'll be interesting. I might do, I think after Breakfast with Bev, my plan is, because I'm trying to take creative pressure off myself. I'm trying to force myself into less things. And so I think my plan for after Breakfast with Bev is occasional, just like lo-fi vlogs, like nothing that's incredibly well paced or well shot, but I don't know, just when there's something interesting going on, I'll just bring a little point and shoot with me, just edit it up the next day and do tiny little footage dumps, I guess. And maybe occasionally I'll do a Breakfast with Bev again. Well, that's all for breakfast, but I'm gonna go around the corner and show you the progress on the Tucson right now. Might be done tomorrow, we'll see. So this was all painted before, and then I've prepped the surfaces all the way around. So you see over here it's all sanded and stuff, and back here where there wasn't any masking to do, I just went ahead and did it. I took off the whole back window. It's still not screwed in, so the only thing holding it in is the latch for when you open it. And then for this line here, I just opened the trunk and just painted the bottom while it was lifted. For all this, I got more to do. I gotta mask off all the windows and such. Looks like I painted my tire, which doesn't really matter. And I'll probably knock out the hood today. Took out the grill and everything, just so I have to mask less stuff. And I'll probably do the same thing that I did with the trunk on this. I'll just have to mask off the front windshield and then open it so that I can paint down here at this line without painting the bumper. But also, I'm not super concerned with overspray on the bumper, because if I overspray onto the bumper, I can just open the hood and spray bed liner over that, so it doesn't really matter. That's the fun part about having a low quality paint job, is that the mistakes don't matter as much. All of this I did without any primer, so I'm curious to see how this holds up. Because like the surfaces where I really nailed the spray pattern, like it actually looks really good. But I'm caring less and less about the quality of this. I don't really mind the imperfections, especially because if this thing survives another year, I'm probably going to repaint it again at some point. So none of it really matters, because I'll just sand it off all again. So whatever. So that is it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.